ladies, and welcome to this edition of Menopause Made Easy with Tanya, thriving after 45. So, you know, this perimenopausal, menopausal, postmenopausal journey is just so delightful at times. Today, I wanted to talk about heart palpitations because I have had them and I have reduced them because I tell you, they scared the little pants right off my body. Anyway, okay, I love to in here talk about all sorts of things in midlife that affect me. And so today we are tapping into our heart with some practical advice, some lighthearted stories, some real solutions. So let's dive in what's coming up in this episode, what we're going to cover. What exactly are heart palpitations? Why do they show up more in perimenopause and postmenopause or during that year without your period, right? That's perimenopause still the day. You know what? There's terminology that's changing. Anyway, let's just call it your postmenopause, your menopausal journey. Blah, 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 blah. All right. How hormones, especially estrogen, play a role, what makes heart palpitations worse and what helps. The difference between Heart Happy Helen and Poopy Pants Pamela. Okay, so people have been loving when I compare two women, and it's really helping them see where they are on their journey. And also, I'm going to share some takeaway tips that you can start using today. So, what are heart palpitations? They feel like fluttering, skipped beats, pounding, racing heart, and it sometimes feels like your heart is jumping into your throat. And most of the time, they're harmless, but understandably alarming and scared the pants off me. I'm not kidding. I made a decision that may or may not talk about today, but I made a decision because I was feeling heart palpitations at night. And I was like, oh my gosh, like honest to goodness, one night I thought I was going to die. And if you listen to my podcast going back, I don't know. So I'm taping this in September. You're going to hear this in November. I would say if you listen to last year around October, November, December, you will hear me talking about these heart palpitations that I was having. And they were very worrisome. There we go. Spit that word out. So I literally was laying in bed one night and well, this happened over a series of, nights, weeks, months. And then finally I made a decision. But I honestly, one night my heart was pounding so hard. It was August of last 2024. I really thought I was going to die. Like it was scary. So I'm still here, thank goodness. Okay, sharing with you, my beautiful ladies, about all things menopausal, light, vibration, energy, joy, bliss, compassion. Anyway, let's get back. Okay, so why do they increase in midlife? Perimenopause and postmenopause bring shifting estrogen and progesterone levels, and they can directly impact your autonomic nervous system. So I don't have to think about my heart beating. That's your autonomic nervous system. I don't have to think about myself breathing. There's thousands of things happening every second. I don't have any conscious awareness of. Okay. Or I'm not telling my body to do these things. And some of them I don't have conscious awareness of, like building up muscle or bone, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so these shifting hormones can affect your autonomic nervous system. Autonomic nervous system. They can affect heart rhythm regulation. They can affect electrolyte balance and vascular tone. And I have, this book here, which I've been reading and have read and still refer to, The New Menopause by Dr. Mary Claire Shaver. And on page 197, she talks about heart palpitations. And right above it, it says headaches. See, migraines and headaches. I think I've done some episodes because I had menopausal migraines. They were awful. Menopausal headaches. Anyway, let's get back to heart palpitations. So Dr. Mary Claire Haver, who is a voice to be reckoned with, there's a lot of people who are just beautiful voices right now in this space, but she shares in her book, The New Menopause, these hormonal changes can disrupt the body's normal heart rate response, leading to more frequent or noticeable palpitations, especially at night or during moments of stress. And let's be real, when this is happening, like it's scary. I've said that before. And it's so frustrating. I love being a woman, but let me tell you, we are dealt a kind of a short hand as we go through this transition. Okay. So we can get these heart palpitations sometimes when our mind starts spinning, our body gets warm, and you can be wondering, like, am I having a heart attack? And you can start to feel like, da, 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 da. Anyway, okay. What are some other contributing factors? Like, what makes these heart palpitations worse? Excuse me. So, caffeine. Yeah. Okay. So, I know many of you are getting some afternoon lattes or you're drinking caffeine too late in the day, and maybe that's starting to affect you more than it used to. All right. Alcohol, especially as you get further on in the day, drinking, which most of us are not drinking for breakfast. At least I hope not. Anyway, drinking later in the day can really exacerbate heart palpitations. Poor sleep, which as progesterone is decreasing, we can have more poor sleep, high stress. As I've mentioned in so many of our episodes, you may not think you're stressed, but you have adapted to this new world, but your brain and your body are still not caught up yet. And so we don't know how to handle all these things coming at us. Plus, we have this inundation of just this toxic blue light, which I have done many episodes on. We also have the darkening right now, more so in November when you hear this. So, how do we start to do our light habits? Anyway, that is causing stress on our body. You may not think about it, but light, noise, just day-to-day things can be causing stress in your cells, cellular stress. There's also dehydration, and I've talked a lot about water. I think I've talked about a lot about water in here. I've talked a lot about it in my coaching calls. I'm taking some deep dives into water, which is beautiful. So you can look up and read all about structured water. And I'm not even going to get into all the things about water that I know of right now, but it's a fascinating subject. You could have low magnesium or potassium. Our minerals are key. So put in some Himalayan sea salt in your water, not the white salt. You want to get good mineral dense sea salt or another form of minerals. We're mineral deficient. We could have a thyroid imbalance. We could have blood sugar swings. Okay, so hello, sugar roller coaster. Put my hand up. I had them for years. Years, let me tell you. And I've done so many episodes. So go back and listen or pick up my 5 hacks to cut your cravings, sugar cravings or any kind of craving actually. Okay, so anyway, I'll just leave it at that. But blood sugar swings are not great, and then certain medications or supplements can cause some heart palpitations and anxiety. Right, is often worsened by these hormonal shifts that we're going through, which can also bring on heart palpitations, heart flutters, whatever you want to call them. All right, so we're going to meet our two midlife women. Poopy Pants Pamela. Okay, so Pamela thinks these heart palpitations are just a natural part of aging. So, yes, I've mentioned that they do happen more because we have these declining levels of hormones, which is going to happen. But it doesn't have to be like just throw my hands up in the air and don't do anything about it, which I see some women doing. They're just accepting that as part of aging. Look at some kick-ass women who are taking age, including myself, and not just giving in, right, but doing something about it. But Poopy Pants Pamela thinks it's part of aging. She's exhausted. She drinks wine nightly to relax. She's skipping meals. She's living on stress and caffeine, and she's convinced there's nothing you can do about menopause. There's nothing you can do after you're in this postmenopausal journey. So she ignores the signs and she feels worse as she gets older. Okay, there are people who absolutely believe that your lifestyle has nothing to do with your health, and that is simply not true. Just go look up epigenetics. Genetics account for a small part, and there's so many things that we can do to help, which I'm going to talk about. So now we have Happy Heart Helen, and I would be Happy Heart Tanya. Okay, and Helen also had heart palpitations, but she got curious. Remember, we talk about being curious and compassionate and having courage to make changes if necessary. And Helen started to track when they happen. So I've done a gazillion episodes on the first thing is awareness. You have to notice what's happening in your body. Okay. Is this happening when I do X? Oh, I did X again. That just happened. Oh, let's try it again. Oh, yeah, it happened again. Oh, darn it. I don't want that to be the case, but every time I do X, this is what's happening. Okay. So Helen went through that process, adjusted her habits, and found support. And I'm always here to support you. So please come on over and join us in Vibrant Living Academy. Oh my gosh, we have so much fun in here and so much support. Okay. And Helen, reduced some caffeine. She decided to eat some more protein and healthy fats. She decided that she needed to walk daily. She breathes more deeply before bed and takes magnesium and checks in with her healthcare team. All right. And she also read the new menopause and some other books, right? And she found knowledge, and she's been listening to this podcast, and then she felt empowered. And when you are empowered with information and support, change is much easier. And now Helen's palpitations are rare. And when they do happen, she knows it's not random. Okay. She knows typically what causes it, and she feels informed and in control. And when you feel informed and in control, you feel less anxious, okay, because you understand what's happening. So what helps with these heart palpitations? And these are some things that can reduce the heart palpitations that you have. So stay hydrated, cut back on your caffeine and alcohol, get some magnesium from leafy greens or a supplement, or dark chocolate is really great. Eat regular meals with protein and healthy fats to help stabilize your blood sugars, get quality sleep, deep quality sleep. Do gentle movements. Come in and join our Vibrant Living Academy. My goodness, this month in November, we are working on mobility, okay, which is so important. And December, actually, we're going to do heart health all month long. So all the routines that we're going to be doing are going to benefit strengthening your heart. Your heart is a muscle. It needs to be worked. So come on in and join us, and you can email Tanya at moveyourbody.ca for some more information. All right, breathe slowly and deeply. This activates the calming side of your nervous system. Everybody, let's take a nice breath in. And a nice exhale out. And that exhale helps to activate your parasympathetic nervous system, which calms you down. Get blood work done to maybe rule out any thyroid or electrolyte issues, and consider speaking with a menopause-informed doctor or health team about, or functional medicine about bioidentical hormones, because maybe that's just the thing you need. Who knows? All right. But I always say start with lifestyle first. So, what are some of your takeaway points for this beautiful heart palpitation episode today to empower you? And I tell you, when I made my change, I have not had a heart palpitation yet. And I am going to wait, because that's just the person I am. My, Vibrant Living Academy knows, my inner community knows. So if you're on the inside, all right. So you can always come and join us, because I give you lots. Can you imagine giving you more information than you get on this podcast? Anyway, I will continue to I will unveil it. I will unveil it. So your recaps are heart palpitations are common in midlife, especially during hormone shifts. Estrogen and progesterone play a major role in how your heart responds to stress and regulation. It's not just aging and it's not just in your head, okay? And you can take simple shifts like Heart Healthy Helen and Take Action Tanya, okay, to reduce or eliminate palpitations. Listen to your body, get support, stay curious, stay compassionate, have courage, and I am here if you would like to reach out to me today. So remember, ladies, you are not broken. You are in transition, or maybe you're on the postmenopausal side, but we're still going through this life. So let's make it easier together. And if you'd like to hop into our Vibrant Living Academy, just please email me and just ask me like what's going on, because I know November is about mobility. You can join anytime. You don't have to wait till the beginning of the month. You would not believe the things I have in my academy. All right. And um, I know December, because I've already been working on this, is Heart Healthy Month all month long. And then, I'll wait until I tell you what's in January. Okay, so thanks for listening to Menopause Made Easy with Tanya. If this episode helped you, share it with a friend. Um, Please, our hearts are so important. I've done some great guest episodes. We talked about our heart. You got to keep this thing ticking, everybody. Okay, it's got to work for you, not against you. It's not about pushing, it's about understanding. So please share this with a friend in your life to help improve the functioning of their heart. And don't forget to subscribe to my podcast. Please go up there and make sure you hit subscribe button. And if you can find it in your heart to give me a 5-star or up to a 5-star rating, I would really appreciate it, because it really helps other people find this podcast. All right, everybody, thanks for listening, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.